There we go. There we go. There we go. There's some filters. Um, I don't have to do any filters. I don't have to do any filters at all. So, hi everyone. I hope everyone is having a great day. Okay, there we go. I had a phone call coming in. Hello everyone. Hey, Kate. What is that? I don't have my glasses on. I'm sorry. Um, Kanado? Kendo? Let's just call you 5751, okay? Hello. Hello, wellness. Hey, Fuka Mama. How you doing? How are you? I have been down, guys. I have been down. I mean, like, sit down with my stomach. Again, I'm getting over another IBS flare up. Um, I've been in and out of the hospital, not in admitted, but in and out of the hospital. Just going to the hospital. Um, Not able to eat, not able to keep anything down. Um, just feeling bad. No energy. Uh, and it's been a very long month. But orange juice really, it kind of I have acid, a GERD, so I have been drinking some orange juice, but I haven't been drinking a lot of orange juice, but I have been drinking some orange juice. Orange juice and water. I'm about to show you, what I've actually gotten on. Um, I ordered some stuff, some pills, because I deal with the IBS and the textures and all of that matters when I eat. So I ordered these off of Amazon. Um, but of course I did my research on them. They actually come in a pack, in a pair, with a pair, I'm sorry. So it comes with the sea moss and it comes with ashwagandha. So I take this in the morning and then I take one of these at night. Um, but I have a friend and um, his dad and along with his whole family are herbalists, and he makes a drink. Now the whole time during COVID, I've always known this, but the whole time during COVID, yes, I've been drinking turmeric tea. My fiance has been making me turmeric tea, ginger tea, along with cayenne tea. I've been drinking that. Um, Water, orange juice, and I've been laying off the sugar. I haven't drank any coffee. I haven't had any of that kind of stuff, to try to get me out of the flare up. But anyway, my friend, he's an herbalist. His whole family is. I've known him for 30 years, at least 30 years plus. And none of them they never get sick. So with me trying everything that I can, exercise and sleep, I've been doing that. I took a couple days off of work, and I've been resting. Today is actually the first day that I've actually been out. I mean, out of my house. I took my son-in-law for brunch for his birthday because him and my daughter are going out of town for his birthday the weekend. So I decided to go and take him for brunch today. So today is the first day that I have actually been out of my house, dressed with some clothes on, and I'm still not dressed. I just threw something on this morning because I had to take my mom to the doctor. But uh, for the past week, and all I've been wanting to do is just lay down, but I've been in so much pain until it's hard to sleep. It's really hard to sleep. It's really hard to get comfortable. It's hard to do a lot of stuff. But anyway, back to the herbalist. So they're herbalists, and let me get the tea and show you. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, so he makes it in these jars. This is a, I don't know what size this is, but it's a big one. It's the big jug. I've been drinking about this much of it a day. Hello, hey wellness. Um, I've been drinking it about this much a day, but when I picked this one up today from his dad told me all I really need is to drink about this much in the morning and about this much at night. So he was like, you should be good. To make a long story short, I've been drinking it for the last one. There's a little bit left in a jar this size in the refrigerator that's left. I've been doing that along with the turmeric tea, um, the sea moss pills, um, not eating anything that I'm not supposed to eat, which I don't do that anyway. I'm pretty good about my diet. I have a pretty good diet, but I decided to take meat completely out of it, completely turkey and chicken, completely out of it, even seafood. So I'm not eating anything besides vegetables and fruit right now. That's pretty much it. This morning I ate grits and eggs and toast, and that's all I ate. Um, and then I drank some water, some lemon water. But this, I'm gonna say, concoction that he puts together is a lot of herbs that he grows from out of his garden. Um, Buddha, you've probably heard of yellow something. He grows that. He has ginger in here, um, turmeric. Um, he called out like 5 or 6 other different herbs that I can't honestly repeat. I'm honestly going to have to get him to write them down for me. Hello, everyone that's coming in. Um, Tap that like button, like the video, like the live. But I'm actually going to get him to write down everything that he actually puts into this. And I'm only saying that because of this. Um, Over the course of the week that I have been, well, month and a half, that I have been dealing with the colitis and the flare up with the IBS. Everything that I eat, I get sick. It sends me to the bathroom. It comes up, it comes out. It is what it is. It hurts, or I just don't eat just to keep from not hurting. So this morning, like I said, I've been drinking this tea for the past week now. And then this morning, like I said, I had a cup about this size, and I drank a cup this size, and that's how about what I've been drinking. I've been drinking more than just the little bit that he's telling me, take this much in the morning and take this much at night. I've been drinking about like a half a cup, almost a half a cup throughout the day. But this is going to be my second jar that I'm on. So I've managed to drink out of it. Okay, so on this thing here, I go to the 8th. So with the last week, I have, excuse me, almost like a little under a half an ounce left, maybe like 4 ounces, because it definitely isn't 8, but it's 8 on here. But anyway, so I've been drinking that, and I've noticed that the pain hasn't been as bad, but I also do not eat to get full. I only eat to satisfy my hunger. That's it. I don't eat to get full. You wouldn't be able to tell it, but I don't do that. Um, was looking at something, but I don't see what it is. There's something about a cookie or something. But so when me and my son-in-law went to eat brunch today, I felt a little irritation for maybe like 10 minutes, and then it was gone. It was completely gone. And everyone was telling me today that saw me, they were like, "Oh, your skin is so pretty. What are you putting on your skin? You know, what are you doing? What are you doing with this? What are you doing with that?" Well, baby, this is natural. I don't. This my skin has been like this. I don't think this has anything to do with it. But I know if I continue to drink this, that it's going to change my skin tremendously. Even though I don't have. Okay, I will. Even though I don't have blotches or anything in my skin anyway. IBS is irritable bowel syndrome, and it's a problem with your gut. It's where your gut um, fights off all of the good bacteria that's inside of your stomach, and it causes you to. It causes pain. It can cause pain. It can cause constipation. It can cause bleeding, hemorrhoids. It can cause all different kinds of things. I honestly think that I got it from eating dirt. I used to eat dirt. I'm from the country. Call it what it is. It's called, but that's called pica, and that's dealing with your iron. It's an iron deficiency. But I only ate it when I was pregnant. But my last pregnancy with my 14-year-old, I ate so much one time until like I was literally. This may be disgusting, but it is what it is. I'm real. I'm gonna give it to you real. There's not gonna be any bullshit on this page, any lying on this page, or any of that. I was so constipated with dirt until I stopped. So they're thinking that's could be how I ended up catching the chronic IBS. So now I'm getting over colitis. Turnip greens. Um, Maybe I will. I mean, I will definitely try them. I have never really been a turnip eater. I've never really liked them, but or really care for them like that. But with my taste buds and stuff changing again, that's something that goes along with the IBS. Um, your taste buds change, so what you liked 2 years ago, you may not like it now. So I can definitely try that. I can definitely try the turnip greens with no problem. I do like vegetables. I love vegetables. I love fruit. So I'll try anything that anyone suggests because when you're in so much pain, I would rather have 12 babies than to deal with this IBS. Yes, I'm from the country. I am from the country. I am actually from North Carolina. I am by almost to, might as well say I'm South Carolina, North Carolina. I'm like right here. That's where I'm at. I'm in between Wilmington and all of those places. So again, back to this tea right here. So you can drink it warm, you can drink it cold, you can drink it as a shot. He told me just get your little shot glass in the morning time and just take you a shot in the morning and then just take you a shot in the at nighttime. He said, and at least it'll last you. He said, but the way that you've been drinking it, you should be okay for a couple of days now because you've been drinking it, you know, a good amount of it. But I got on here to basically touch base with people that I have not spoken to. Are you're from Mississippi? Okay, Mississippi Delta. Okay, hello from Mississippi. I basically got on here to because I've been going to doctors left and right. Um, I work. Um, I don't know what's going on with I may jump from one thing to another because there's so much going on, and I'm a little bit frustrated. I'm a little bit frustrated um, because I see specialists that are like 3.5, almost 4 hours away, and it's an institute, and it's one of the hospitals that is that takes care of a lot of trauma. Um, it's Chapel Hill. You probably, I don't know if you've ever heard of UNC Hospital, UNC Chapel Hill Hospital. That's like 3 hours away from me, but that's where I see my gastroenterologist at. That's where I go. I don't go to the local doctors for that because there's nothing that they can do for me here. I need to go to specialists. So I've had endoscopies, I've had colonoscopies. I keep everything checked, and I'm not getting anywhere with any of these doctors, anywhere at all. Um, I didn't work for a year and a half, almost 2 years, due to what was going on with my stomach. I couldn't work. There was no way for me to work. There was no way. No, I didn't file for disability because I didn't think it was going to last that long. So I didn't feel the need to go and apply for it and then end up finding a job or going back to work. And now the application is just void. I just went through all of that for nothing. But the Lord saw fit that I did not lose anything. If anything, I gained, and that was the crazy part. That was the crazy part. But started seeing all of these doctors, which I still am. I still go for my checkups, but I was just so tired the last 2 3 weeks after the colitis diagnosis until I just cried. All I could do was just cry. That was it. The one person that I wanted to talk to about it and used to talking to about it, I couldn't. I can't get a response back. But that's neither here nor there. That's my sister that I can't talk to anymore. So, it seemed like she was the one that understood what I was going through more than anyone else. And I needed that, and I don't have that. I don't have that anymore. Um, yes, I can always talk to the Lord. Always talk to the Lord. But when you're sick, you kind of want someone to talk back a little bit, but at the same time, when you're sick, you also don't want to talk to anyone. So I hadn't been on the phone, I hadn't been on social medias. I didn't know a lot of things that was going on in the world. I knew a lot of things that were going on around around my town and around my city or state or whatever. I'm not going to say state, but locally that was going on. And there's been a lot of shootings. There's been a lot of deaths. Um, these young boys with guns and firearms and different things of that nature. Stuff going on with the government. Um, and speaking of the government, now I'm going to go back to my stomach. Um, I was trying to get Medicaid. That's what I was trying to get. Let's go ahead and just open up this discussion. Um, they were giving me Medicaid one time because there was no way for me to pay these medical bills. I'm in the hospital 3 4 times a week. There's only 7 days in a week because of dehydration, not eating. I went from 190 pounds down to 134. That's how much weight I had lost due to not being able to eat. Um, and they had given me Medicaid. So now, of course, they're telling me you don't qualify for Medicaid because you make too much money. Okay, where? With the price of food, if you figure by the time I pay my bills, If I have to go to the doctor one time, I just had to go and have blood work done about 2 weeks ago. That was almost 300 bucks. 300 bucks. Along with that, um, I bought groceries the next day. That was almost $200. So that's almost. And even though I'm a nurse, believe it or not, we don't make a lot of money. We don't make the type of money that we should make or that we deserve to make, because a lot of if our job isn't done, the doctor can't come in and do his job. And I know this is in every state. I have a feeling that everyone is having this problem around the world right now. And it's crazy. So they told me that I did not qualify for Medicaid because I made too much money. So I went and she told me, I spoke with the workers. She told me to go and get medical bills from the hospital that where I had gone 3 times when I found out the diagnosis of the colitis, which colitis is inflammation in the colon and it goes up into the intestines. So it's just a lot of inflammation and it hurts bad. It hurts so bad until I can't talk. There's no talking. I can't move. I'm nauseated. Sometimes I get dizzy with it, and all I can do is just lay down and roll up in a ball. That's all I can do. So in the midst of all of this, I'm still working. I'm still working. I'm still taking care of my mom. I'm still moving around. I'm still doing all of this stuff, and I'm trying to get stuff done that I need to get done. But of course, I'm unable to do a lot of things that I can do if I were not in a flare up. So now we're finding out now that the government is about to take all of this stuff. Hey, Bobby, a lot of this stuff away from people. And like I said, here's the thing: if I have to go to my specialist in Chapel Hill, that's almost 18, maybe like a 17, $1,300 visit. And that's only because when I go, everything that she does. She does a full panel blood workup. She does of course she does her exams. She does all of that kind of stuff. Thank you, sweetheart. She does all of that kind of stuff, and if she has to do an endoscopy or she schedules a colonoscopy, then now we're looking at more money. And you expect for me, even though I'm a nurse, I'm not a doctor, I said a nurse. Now you expect for me to be able to pay my bills, pay my mortgage, pay my car, I have a child, buy grocery, and go to the doctor off of my income. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. I thank the Lord that I'm able to go out here and work. And even days that I don't feel like working, I still get up and I make myself get up and move because I can't afford not to work. I can't afford not to. Now, I have learned in time since dealing with all of this, and this is going on maybe the fourth year that I've been going through all of this, that if I don't feel good, I'm lying down. I don't care what I have to do. I have been running and taking care of people my entire life, literally my entire life. I have responsibilities at 8 that an 8-year-old should have never had. I don't regret. I'm not going to say regret. That's not the word. I'm not going to say regret. I'm not going to say I hate my mom for doing all of that or for teaching me how to become independent and you know, taking care of stuff and making sure my business is taken care of along with my kids. My upbringing was great. Christian home, everything, all of that. It was just, I did a lot and had a lot of responsibilities that I didn't and refused to put on even my kids as they were coming up. But now all of this stuff is going on, and I'm looking at it like, what is this president doing? Like, what is he really, really doing? And he thinks that crime is really something now. And I just read that just my town alone, my town, just my town, that they are taking 7,200 people, 7,200 or 72,000. It may be North Carolina, 72,000. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. But I know it was 72 something. They're taking these people's stamps. How are people supposed to feed their food? Now, I know some people out there, they selling them. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing with them. Okay, fine and well. That's their household. That's not mine. I have nothing to do with that. Nothing at all. Nothing. But they have kids. They have kids. And for someone like me, even when I don't feel good, I get up and cook every day. Yes, they need to get a job. They need to get jobs. Because a lot of these people that's out here that's on the system, they can work. They can work. Why they don't want to work, I don't know. But like the Medicaid worker was telling me, she said, you make too much money. She said, now, if you were down to 40 hours a week or 30 hours, she told me if I was down to 30 hours a week, then I could qualify to get Medicaid. And then that would actually help get the Medicaid. And then I wouldn't have to worry about paying for my medications, paying for my medicines, paying for the specialists, the doctors, and all of that. Yes, they would. Yes, they would. Because I became a mom at a very young age, and my grandmother told me then, and it has always stuck with me. You lay down and had it. That's your child. Take care of it. It's nobody else's business. It's nobody else's responsibility to take care of something that you lay down to have. Now, will I say that a long time ago that I have used government assistance? Yeah, I have. I have. I needed it. And I still worked. I worked. It's just the money that I was making, it still wasn't enough. So I was eligible to get food stamps. Or I was eligible for a couple years to receive to receive housing. Exactly, but I did not depend on it. I did not depend on it. But I got it, and I did not depend on it. You are 100% correct. But when I got off of it, people were like, you got another job? Like, you're always working. You're always working. How am I going to have anything? Like I had to tell the workers. So basically what you're telling me is that you want me to lower my hours that I work, because right now I'm working right at 78 to 80 hours a week. That's what I work. So I'm telling them, you want me to stop working, work the bare minimum just to say that I have a job, just so you guys can help me help myself take care of what's going on with me with my stomach and everything else. So you want me to stop working, or it's kind of like you want me to die, or choose to die? Well, guess what? I will work and die. It is what it is. It just is what it is. Because if the Lord did not allow me to lose anything those 2 years, the almost 2 years that I was unable to work, I know he would. I know he would. He's definitely not going to take his hands off of me now. I know he's not. But it's just ridiculous. It is. It is. It is so sad. So I decided in my mind that the only way that I'm going to be able to not stress myself out, because stress is a huge factor in IBS. It will flare you up faster than anything. And everyone knows that everyone is different. No one is the same, not even twins. Some people's nerves, they twist their hair, some bite their nails. My nerves go straight to my stomach. Literally, always have. Makes me like, ugh. Like I just feels like somebody just punched me in my stomach, not in my abdomen, in my stomach. Your stomach is here. But when I'm having the pain is, it's not hard to describe, but it's kind of hard to describe because they've already told me, and I've also had the testing done, that my food was not completely digesting, to make sure that I really chew my food up. Really chew my food up very, very fine before I swallow. Well, I've always eaten like a bird anyway, so I'm like, okay, that's nothing different. Just chew an extra couple more times and, you know, everything will be fine. So I decided, okay, you can do a couple of things. You can rely on the doctors to tell you this and to tell you that, and I don't do that because I do my own research, and no one knows my body better than me and the good Lord. So I'm not relying on that. Or you can go another route. So my other route was, you tried this, you've taken that away, you've taken this away, you've tried this, you've tried that. Try this tea. He said, cast your puss. Oh, yes, yes, your cares upon me, for I care for you and I trust you. Yes. So I decided to do the another thing that he said, and it's right here on my wall. It's Exodus 14:14. He said, the Lord will fight your battles. You just have to be still. So with looking at that and reading that, I've just been thinking about it a lot, and it's just been on me. And then another one that I have on my wall is Psalms 41. I waited patiently for the Lord to help me, and he turned to me, and he heard my cry. I pray all times a day, sometimes 20 times a day. Nobody said that you have to get on your knees. You can talk to the Lord driving in your car, taking a shower, while you're cooking. It doesn't matter. His ears are always open. And then I have prayer warriors. I have these warriors, and I know I have these angels that's surrounding me, and that's going to make sure that I'm okay and that I'm taken care of. And when I am tired, I have people to step in, because I have a very huge family. I have people that's going to step in, and they're going to make sure that things are taken care of even when I'm unable to. It's just, I personally don't know how to allow people to take care of stuff, because I'm so used to doing everything myself. So that's the hard part. But I have let go of a lot of stuff. I've let go of a lot of stuff. But like I said, I come on here to talk about the IBS and the diverticulitis. They've also added that. You heard what I said. They have added that. You heard what I said in the beginning. They say I have chronic IBS and diverticulitis. I'm not claiming anything, but I know something isn't right. I know something's wrong. I know something's wrong, and it's dealing with my stomach. Amen. 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 Walk by faith and not by sight. You are right. Just like he said, faith without works is dead. So that's why I push myself. I push myself because too many people depend on me. Too many people depend on me. And I don't like for them to see me down, even though I am. There's days to where I I can't do for myself, but I still push myself because my older two kids never saw me down or saw me sick, and I don't want my 14-year-old to see it. He's seen enough. He's seen the ambulance here 3 or 4 times a week picking me up for a year. They found me unresponsive. Um, a couple of things, and that's a lot. That's a lot for a 14-year-old. So I'll hurt all day long, all day. Smile, cook, act like everything's okay. But he knows his mom. He knows when I don't feel good, and I'll tell him I'm going to the hospital, but I won't call the ambulance. Now the other day, I had no choice. I had no choice at all. I refused to go to the hospital and sit in the waiting area for 2 hours for you to call me back. So I called the ambulance because I know a lot of the nurses that's in there. I know a lot of the paramedics, and I knew that if I called the ambulance, that they would actually go ahead and take me in the back. They would automatically start an IV in the ambulance and start the fluids, and I would feel better. And it's crazy because when the doctors come in, guess what they say? They say, "So how do we normally do this? Look at the chart. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. Nausea medicine, pain medicine, scan, turn the lights off, give me 2 more warm blankets. And then let me go home. The rest of it, I've got it. I've got the rest of it. But that kind of pain, nah. That's just unbearable pain. But I am. It could be worse. So I'm still gonna praise my God, and I'm still gonna praise my Lord, the Lord, and I'm still gonna shout, and I'm still gonna tell Him thank you, and I'm grateful, and I am blessed, and I am all that. Even through everything that I'm going through, I am still going to shout His name, and I'm still going to tell Him thank you because there's other people that are going through this that I'm going through. They have to have colostomy bags. They have to have surgeries. They bleed. They do all of that. I don't do any of that with mine. So what I'm going through it and what I'm dealing with it, it's I can have it's enough for me. That's enough for me. And maybe that was the way of the Lord. Guys, I had to take that phone call. I apologize for that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Um, but yes, so um, yeah, so like I said, I just wanted to come up here and touch base with some people and with my community, people that I have not spoken with, that I have not been on their lives. Um, talk to my community on YouTube. Like I said, thank you very much. Thanks a lot, sweetheart. Um, I just wanted to come up here and touch base. Let everyone know that I am still here. The Lord has not taken His hands off of me yet, and He won't. Um, touch base, let everyone know that even though I have not been on YouTube, I may have posted a couple of videos, but it wasn't stuff that I have done recently. It's stuff that I probably had in my phone. Um, let my community know that I have not forgotten about you guys. I have been still praying for everyone all over the world. My YouTube family, my TikTok family, everybody all over the world because everyone needs it right now. And and I haven't, like I said, I haven't been on anyone's lives or been on anyone's pages or any of that kind of thing. I have not forgotten about any of you guys. I love you guys so much. Um, I never did one after my birthday weekend. I didn't feel good then, but guess what I did? I pushed myself through because I refused to be sick and down on my birthday any day. But I will take a break if that's what I feel like I need to do. I will take a break. That I will do. Before I didn't know how to do that, but now I know and I understand that rest and all that is very important. I was exercising. I was going to the gym. I have not been to the gym in about 2 months. Like I said, since the colitis. Um, I have not because of germs and on top of me just not being able to exercise like that. I was noticing while I was going to the gym that I wasn't feeling better. I was feeling worse and the pains were getting worse, and um, I'd get on the treadmill and I'd walk and I'd hurt, or I'd lift, or I'd do squats, or I'd get on different machines and it would just be pain. And normally I'd find myself in the gym. I'd say I was going there for 45 minutes. I'd find myself in there before I know it. It'd be 3 hours and I'd be in the gym. I was in the gym for 3 hours. So I noticed that then that something was wrong. So I stopped going to the gym. So now I'm starting off slowly, trying to exercise, trying to do some more, trying to do a little bit of exercises inside of the house. A little bit of squats, a little bit of walking around, um, just trying to strengthen up my legs. I'm really not trying to lose weight because, I'm not out of shape or anything. You guys think I'm out of shape? You guys think I'm out of shape? I don't think I'm out of shape. I do need to lose my stomach. See right here? I have a little stomach, and that has to go. But other than that, nothing else. And thank you, sweetheart. Um, so that was basically what this live was about, was to inform everyone what was going on with me. I know I didn't have to, but I know that there's someone that needed to hear this video, um, or needs to see this video, that's probably going through the same things that I'm going through, and they're not getting any answers. There is also a book. I'm a huge reader, but I'm trying to get back into reading because I just haven't been able to. But it's a book, and this is the book. This book right here, this book, it's called Gut Feelings, and it is by, the doctor is out of Chapel Hill, the hospital that I was actually referring to, and his name is Douglas Drosman. And Joanne Rudy, I have actually spoken to her a couple of times through email and over the phone. And this book is a case study on her. She was going to the doctor, she was having all types of problems, and no one could find out what was going on with her. And he did. The crazy thing is, I had already started logging, doing logging, daily logging on like what I was eating, what time I ate it, how often I was going to the bathroom, how often I was going to the hospital. I was keeping a check on my blood pressure. I was doing all of this stuff. So when I went to the doctor and they're looking at all this stuff, they're literally like, okay, so you're on top of everything. There was nothing for them to do. And then, like I said, a lot of things were out of certain doctors' practice to where I had to be referred to somewhere else. No, I actually don't, but they say that oatmeal is an actual great source for it, but I don't. It's the texture. I deal with ARFID, which is avoid of food, avoidance of food. avoidance of food restriction, and I just can't eat it. It's too soft. It's too soft in my mouth. Now I thought about it. So I'm like, can I eat it dry? But I've tried to eat it dry, and it's still not. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't like the word can't, and I teach my kids that can't isn't a word, but I don't like it. I don't like it. But you're like, I'll eat it. I will say this. Maybe if I get a flavor that I like, do you think it would work the same way? Which it should, if I just eat it plain. Because I have heard and I do know that it is a great source of um I have a brain freeze right now. I know it's a great source of something that I need in my gut. But I have been eating the Activia yogurt, which is the probiotic. So I've been trying to put the good bacteria back into my body. But again, that's dairy, so I really don't want to eat the yogurt. But I actually like the taste of the yogurt, so I eat it pretty. I eat a good amount of yogurt. I eat at least two a day, which I know I only need one, but I eat at least two yogurts a day. But you know what I'm sitting here thinking about, and I hadn't thought about it even throughout this time? I wonder if I put oats in it. You want me to get it out of my head and get it? I have tried it. My fiance, my son, my daughter, they love oatmeal. I have tried it. I know it is. They eat it. I buy it, and they eat it, and they'll say, "Mom, try this." And as soon as I go to eat it and try to swallow it, it won't go down. It won't go down. I'll try it again. I will try it again. I am not one of those people that will not take suggestions from anyone, but I will definitely try it. But back to this book. This book is called Gut Feelings. You can order it off of Amazon. You can order it off of, go on Google, but either way, it's called Gut Feelings. But I'm sure you can order it off of Amazon. I forgot where I ordered it from. I think I actually went to his actual website and actually ordered it. But with this book here, this book logs everything that she was feeling. It logged everything she was feeling. It gives you it gave me tips on, see here where I was taking my notes. So anything that I felt had something to do with me, then I pretty much highlighted it. So I've been trying, it was telling me about Western medicines, cases reported. It was telling me certain things to where, like it shows like in a matter of like IBS and functional constipation would be a part of bowel disorder, dominant while functioning dysphagia and nausea vomiting syndromes would belong in the in another domain. I mean, it just tells you just different stuff. Um, the disorder of gut brain interaction, it that is literally telling you how your brain and your gut is aligned, and it's called gut feelings because people don't realize that your gut is aligned to your brain. So Think about it. If you're stressed, you're thinking about it, it hurts your stomach. So it's telling you to change your environment. At the same time, it's also telling you triggers, things that can trigger you into flare ups. So the lady, of course, that they were doing the study on, she started writing everything down that was going on with her. And she went to multiple doctors in different states. And she found the doctor out of UNC Chapel Hill in North Carolina. And he wrote a book, and he wrote the book on her. And when I read this book, I read literally it. This book was like they were talking about me, and I hadn't gotten that close to someone understanding how I felt. Yeah, sorry, I had a phone call. I hadn't gotten even a smidge close to anyone understanding how I was feeling with this IBS outside of this book. So now when someone asks me about anything, I'll tell them, or they're having problems, I will suggest this book to them. That way they can look through this book, see if there's a way that they're feeling and if it relates to anything in this book. I was tested for Crohn's, a lot of stuff. I was tested for it all. And once we did the endoscopy and they sent the biopsy back, then they did the digestive test and they noticed that my food was not completely digesting. They came to the conclusion after the test came back and after the results came back that it was chronic IBS. So, like I said, you hear me when I keep saying they say. They say because I'm not claiming it, but I know something is not right. I know something isn't right. But again, this tea here has helped me so much, and I can tell the difference within a week's time. So I think this, along with fruit and vegetables, will be my best friend for a while. And also, I'm starting to think it's seasonal because if I get too hot, I get sick. My stomach hurts. I mean, bad. When I say bad, I can't talk. Same thing. Same thing. If I get overheated, that's why my kids, everyone around me that helps me knows if I have an episode to where I start hurting, get a fan, get me in some air, and just let me just sit there, and it will subside, and it will go away. But I'm going to cut this live short by simply saying this. If you're having any problems, health wise, mental wise, any type of problem. Sorry, that was a phone call. I'm sorry. Sorry, that was a phone call. I'm sorry. But that was me. I have to do some paperwork for work. But I'm going to end this live here in a minute. But I want to end by saying this right here. If you're having any problems, whether it's mental health, it doesn't matter what problems it is. Don't think that the problem is too big for the Lord to handle. There's going to be some days to where you're going to feel like he doesn't hear me. He's tired of me. Trust me. He hears you. He hears you. I have my days. I have my bad days. I have days to where I don't want to move. I cry. I miss my sister. That was the person that I talked to every day when I didn't feel good. I don't have that anymore. I feel lost. I don't feel the same. But I know that's nothing that the Lord cannot fix. Lean on your family. Lean on the people that love you, because so much is going on in this world and people are leaving here. The older people are leaving and the younger people are staying. Did I say that right? The older people are staying and the younger people are leaving. Don't feel like any problem that you have is too big for the Lord to fix, because it's not. Like I said, you're going to have your good days, you're going to have bad days, and that's going to be okay. But just know that you have to there's certain paths. There's a path that the Lord wants you to go down. You may not understand it. You may get the understanding of it, and then you may not ever understand why you even went down this path or why you had to go through this. You may be looking at someone else's situation and say, guess what? I do this and I do that, and I'm a good person, and I'm this and I'm that. And then you look over there at Sally, and Sally is getting all this stuff, and you're looking like, well, dang, like, why come I can't get none of that? Why is Sally getting everything and I'm over here doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing? What? You don't know what's down the road for Sally. You really don't know what's down the road for yourself. But if you have God in front of you, it doesn't matter what type of storm it is. You will get through it. You will get through it. There's a saying, and it says, it was going around about like some kids, about a little boy and the dad said, the dad said, watch where you're stepping, and the little boy said, well, Dad, I'm walking in your footsteps. It's just like a little quote thing that goes around. Well, put the Lord in front of you. Walk behind the Lord. Walk beside him. He's not going to let go. He will not let go. He won't. He won't let go. Like I said, I had to come on here today because today was a good day for me. I've been down for I've been down for almost a month. Not feeling good, crying. And I keep pausing. I keep pausing because that's how good God is. That's how good he is. And I don't mean to sit up here and cry, and to be honest with you, I don't care. I do not care. I do not care. Because he says he will never leave or forsake you. He will never leave. So these are tears of joy. These are tears of gratefulness. These are tears of being blessed. These are tears that I'm still here. These are tears of me pushing every day. These are tears of me not letting the devil get in my head the way he tries to get into my head and make me feel like I am I am not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I am grateful. Yes, I am thankful. I am thankful for it all. So, if this message doesn't reach but one person, know that no matter how bad that storm is, it's not going to last long. Put your faith in the Lord and trust in the Lord and know that he will get you through it all. Like I said, today was my first day out in almost a month. I took my stepson, not my stepson, I took my son-in-law, I'm sorry, out for his birthday because his birthday is Sunday and him and my daughter are going out of town. So I decided that's something that I wanted to do for him today because they're leaving real early in the morning. And last night I said, Lord Jesus, please don't let me be feeling bad tomorrow. And I knew my mom had appointments and stuff today, so I knew I was going to already push myself to go and get all of that done. And then I was going to go and just go lay on her chair. But God said, guess what? Go do what you want to do. Go do what you said you were going to do. Because I love putting smiles on people's face. I love it. I love it. Sorry. The Lord said, go. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm getting a lot of phone calls. It's about time for me to go in here and get my mom situated. But like I said, I may be back later on, or I may be back tomorrow. Either way, know that you are not alone. Know that whatever the storm is, it will not last long. And keep fighting and keep pushing. Keep pushing. Look yourself in the mirror and know that you are strong, and know that, guess what? There is someone that sits up high and looks down low, and he is everywhere. And he will never, never forsake you. God bless you all. Thanks for the live. Everyone have a blessed, blessed day. Smooches.